the summer of 2022, a disturbing incident shook the nation's conscience and reignited debates about capital punishment. The execution of Joe Nathan James Jr. in Alabama wasn't just another statistic. It became a haunting example of what can go wrong behind prison walls. Picture this. A death row inmate's final moments are typically a precise clinical procedure lasting about 30 minutes. But on that July evening, something went terribly wrong. For 3 excruciating hours, prison staff struggled with the execution, hidden from public view. 3 hours of unsuccessful attempts to establish an IV line, while witnesses waited unknowingly outside. What makes this case even more tragic is the voice that went unheard. Faith Hall's family, the victim's loved ones, had made their wishes crystal clear. They didn't want James executed. They pleaded for clemency, believing that more death wouldn't heal their wounds. But Alabama pushed forward anyway, ignoring their appeals for mercy. The state's response to this botched execution was perhaps as troubling as the incident itself. When questions arose about what happened during those 3 hours, Alabama officials remained tight-lipped. No explanations, no accountability, no transparency. This wall of silence only intensified public outrage and raised serious questions about the Eighth Amendment's prohibition of cruel and unusual punishment. This isn't just about one execution gone wrong. It's about fundamental questions we must face as a society. How can we ensure humane treatment even in capital punishment? What rights do victims' families have in these decisions? And perhaps most importantly, how much transparency do we deserve when the state takes a life in our name? Joe Nathan James Jr.'s execution has become a turning point in the ongoing debate about capital punishment in America. It reminds us that behind the clinical terminology and legal procedures, these are real lives, real families, and real questions about justice that we cannot afford to ignore.